So pretty good time for us to have a bye week.
Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and look back at last Friday's highlights. There was a bunch of them, thankfully, for Oak Ridge fans. Let's go ahead and roll those.
This was a senior night, first of all. Kind of strange to have a senior night on October 4th, I think it was, but things got off to a rocky start for Karns. The kicker almost missed the ball right position on the 44, and first play we get Kendall Jackson loose, good blocking, big hole up front, and he hits the hole real hard, picks up a big gain. So we start off on the 44, and then we're down inside the 20 all of a sudden after one play, and we give it right back to Kendall. Pretty good hole, not as big as the first one, but he does a good job breaking a tackle, getting away from a couple of defenders, and picking up an additional couple of 3 yards.
You went with the white pants instead of the traditional gray pants. Is that a senior's decision for senior night, or how was that decided?
I had a couple of seniors ask me if we could do that, and I actually liked the uniform. Used to wear white back in the old days, so it's not anything brand new, but something new for us. Pass from Mitchell Gibbons to Tyrell Romano out in the flat, down inside the 10-yard line. And there's another view of it, wide open, and Mitchell does a good job getting the ball to him where he can run a little bit with it. Mitchell rolling to his left. He's done a good job getting his shoulders around all year, rolling to his left, and same receiver, Tyrell Romano, for a touchdown in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, really good job by him out of the backfield as a pass catcher on that drive, and really throughout the year at different times. And you know, he looks like a big power back, and it's not often you associate a guy like that with a guy that can go downfield and make plays out of the backfield as well.
Definitely. You know, we went into the season with him thinking he was going to be more of a runner than a receiver, but he can do both. And best way to get him and Kendall Jackson on the field at the same time is put him in a slot. But the intention was to bring him in and run the ball to him more than we have, to be quite honest. And there's still season left, so we can still get that done. On the defensive side, we missed an extra point by Brady Hudson, so we're up 7-0. Defense really good. Matthew Calhoun and Nyan Flack on the stop. Big game for Nyan Flack because he was a freshman at Karns before he came over to Oak Ridge, so he knows a lot of those guys over there. Let him be a game captain, especially against his old teammates. You see Jacob Adams there wearing a big club. He broke his hand on Wednesday last week before the Karns game. And there's a fumble. Again, Karns kind of self-destructive. We didn't cause that fumble, but looked like Cole Adams is the guy who came up with the ball. So they've made a couple of mistakes, really unforced, and we've taken good advantage of them. There's actually a run and play to Tyrell Romano on the speed sweep. Nothing really there, but he does a good job changing directions and takes advantage of the over pursuit of the Karns defense. Makes a good gain back in the opposite direction from where the play was called. Good job blocking by,
it was Isaiah
Johnson, 20, yeah. Especially since it was on the wrong side. For him to stay with his blocker that long is good. Nice catch, and that's Tyrell yet again. Ball a little bit behind him, but Tyrell makes a good adjustment on the ball and keeps it alive.
Speaking of some of your seniors, it's senior night. Just for folks at home, how many seniors does this team have?
25. Another fumble. This one we actually caused. Looked like it was Cole Adams or Matthew Calhoun. I believe it was Cole that caused the fumble. Yeah, right. Well, I don't know. Might have been Matthew at the very end. But both those guys were involved in the play and caused the fumble. Looks like Matthew's arm might have actually caused it. And then I think Samuel Hensley comes up with the ball, but let's see. I believe he did. Okay, back on defense. Matthew Calhoun, already called his name out quite a few times. He's had a nice game for us. He's a little banged up right now, but I think the off week is definitely going to be good for him. And they had a little mishap there on the punt. Again, kind of an unforced error. He just didn't catch the ball. I don't think we would have blocked that punt. So they've made 3 major mistakes already. And we did take advantage, thank goodness. Run a little counter to the quarterback that time, and Mitchell Gibbons keeps it off the fake to Kendall Jackson for a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line, I believe. Yeah, looks like he's going to get closer to the 5. We haven't run him a lot, but he's a deceptively good and fast runner. We just don't run into him much. And this is a nice, determined effort by Kendall Jackson to get in the end zone. Good blocking. We had a good hole initially right there. Nice block. Looks like Vinny West had a big block on the play, and Kendall gets in the end zone.
He seems to really be thriving here as the season has gone on, just a sophomore.
Yeah, I think he'd only scored 1 touchdown up to this game. He scored 2 or 3 times in this one, but he is running the ball very hard. Nice break on the ball there by Isaiah Johnson. Thought he was going to run this back. He's tough to get a beat on. He makes people miss as good as anybody we've had in a while. Didn't hold on the ball there, but looks like.
Yes, it's funny. There's some Herbert last year was kind of like this too, and Isaiah I think has a unique ability of when the ball is in his hands, whether you've timed his 40 out, his shuttle, whatever. When he has the ball in his hands, he seems to be really, really tough to bring down.
Definitely. There's a nice hard run, good hold by the offensive line, and a nice hard run by Tyrell Romano. We actually, I think, had the same play called next play, and it seemed like we had a bad snap or drop snap or something. I don't remember, but we had to go to the air to score, and we do. Mitchell throws a perfect strike to Preston Turner, who really hasn't played that much on the offensive side since early season. He sustained an injury in the first couple of games. He didn't really miss any playing time, but we were a little reluctant to play him on offense because of our lack of depth at corner. And he's done a good job for us at corner, made a couple of big interceptions in a couple of games in a row.
He's another guy who's played a lot more time this year than he has in years past, and he seems to have picked that up pretty confidently.
Definitely, and I'm glad to see him get an opportunity right there because he loves playing offense. We just haven't played him much because of the injury situation. We missed an extra point at some point, or actually I think we just, can't remember what happened, to be honest with you. I think we just missed one, but Brady Hudson makes that one, so we're up 20. Back on defense. They've got some talent. I talked about their guys. Number 8 right there is a freshman, and he's going to really be a great player in our region. In fact, he makes a great run here, and fortunately for us, unfortunately for them, fumbles the ball into the end zone, so we get a touchback out of it on probably a 60 or 70-yard run by the freshman running back for Karns.
It seems Karns, even when I was in school, when I was younger, before I got to high school, it seems like they've always got a few guys that can really play, even the Harpers of the world the past couple years, but it seems like they just struggled lately to get full teams together.
I hope they never play as good as they look. This is a nice throw and a nice catch. This is Jaden Williams, the freshman, and a perfect shot by Mitchell Gibbons. Good concentration by Jaden because there's a guy right there in his face. Good touch on the ball here by Mitchell, and good concentration and poise out of a freshman, probably a 14-year-old out there playing varsity football.
Is he a Robertsville kid or Jefferson?
Jaden is, I believe, I hate to say it, but I believe he's Robertsville. I hate to say it because if I'm wrong, they're going to be upset.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
This is Trey Rowe. Trey actually was our leading rusher in the game. Ran hard, had some good blocking. I thought our offensive line played well, and he ran real hard. He's a hard runner. He's a punishing runner. Here a little bit later, he'll pick out a safety and just run over him instead of getting the additional yards he probably could have gotten. He kind of like that mentality. You want to get the yards, but he's a punisher. And there he is right there punishing again. You're not going to knock him backwards.
And it's got to be tough on opposing defenses, knowing that you've got those first two guys, but then even after they've worn you down, and you got fresh legs coming in that are also powerful bruising runners.
Yeah, Trey's definitely powerful, and he kind of presents a different challenge. Nice throw and catch right here. Again, Mitchell Gibbons making a perfect throw, and I believe this is Doty Truss, yes, sophomore, number 24 there. He's had 2 or 3 good games in a row for us, and he's only going to get better. He's just a sophomore.
Seems like we've gone through a full game of highlights, Coach. It's just halftime.
Yeah, it's 27-0 and still moving. This is Tyrell Romano at the good hard run. Again, good blocking from the offensive line. And Tyrell running hard, breaking the first couple of tackles and carrying the next couple of tacklers for 3 or 4 more yards after contact. All right, Mitchell Gibbons dropping it back to throw, and nice catch, nice throw and nice catch. This is going to be Preston Turner yet again. Good catch on the sideline. I think this is right before the half. I think we're in a 2-minute type drill. I could be wrong. It might be the beginning of the third quarter, but either way, it's a good drive for us. Great catch right there by Preston. And here's Kendall Jackson, who's going to get in the end zone for another touchdown. Good blocking. Huge hole right there.
Several of these long runs, I've noticed receivers 10, 15 yards downfield holding blocks, which is a lot tougher than it looks like it is to do.
Yeah, receivers did a good job blocking in this game for certain. And that's huge. That's why you have touchdown right here. A lot of times receivers stay with their blocks. Good defense. Good defense. This is going to be Jacob Burvin, I believe, outside linebacker number 38, kind of almost lassoing him to the ground. Jacob Adams, actually, is the one that got him up there, I believe. But the combination of Jacob Adams, Jacob Burvin. Short kickoff and hard return. That's a real hard run. And it's Tyrell Romano. Don't really want to kick it off short to him. Mitchell Gibbons, great catch. Great catch. That's Doty Truss yet again. I think this might be I don't know if it's a 2-minute drill or not. It seems like we're trying to get the ball out of bounds there with Doty. A little tunnel screen. Isaiah Johnson, good execution by the line, by Mitchell, good touch. The ball actually gets tipped. And there goes Isaiah again. Kind of strange, the only pass Isaiah caught in the game. He's by far our lead receiver. Only caught 1 in this game, but has caught several in all the other games.
So many of these throws, Mitchell's getting the ball out quick, and he's got a clean pocket to throw from.
Definitely. This was a good play here. This was actually interference, but Jonathan Stewart holds on to it anyway. I don't know how you catch that ball. You got 2 guys right there, one of them coming over your back, and just great concentration, good strength by Jonathan to hold on to that. And good sportsmanship out of their guys. And this is going to be Kendall's 3rd touchdown of the night. I do believe that's right before the half, but I could be wrong. Good blocking up front. A lot of running room. Yeah, I think it's second quarter up there. I think I saw it on the scoreboard. And now we're going for 2. Mitchell does a good job on the option, keeping it. I remember I mentioned to Coach Wild on the sideline. I hope Mitchell will keep it, and he did. He saw what I saw, I guess. And we wanted to go for 2, I think, to try to make the clock run in the second half. Yeah, 30 gives us a 35-point spread. All right, back on defense, and there's that running back again, number 8, who's really a scary guy. Quarterback and the running back are really great athletes. Matthew Calhoun, yet again. Another tackle from Matthew. And here's number 8 again, and nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Generally, when you see a hit like that, it's Jacob Adams, and that's true with one arm. He didn't lose any power. This is their dangerous quarterback who makes an ill-advised throw in the flat, and Jacob Irvin can run. Right place at the right time, good coverage, and that's Jacob Irvin on the interception. At least we think that's Jacob Irvin. That's kind of a inside joke, but that's number 38, Jacob Irvin, for now. Good defense. Good defense. We got 3 or 4 guys right there. Looks like Marlo Anderson's one. Darius Stewart's one. Jaden Elam. The same view, or excuse me, different view of the same play. Okay, on offense, and this is Trey Rowe. Again, big game by Trey. Good blocking. Huge hole. Good blocking downfield. And as I said earlier, Trey was actually our leading rusher in the game. Hayden Tarwater, freshman quarterback, throws it a little bit behind Logan Voisey, who makes a great adjustment and makes the catch. Real good adjustment on the ball.
How does Hayden's skill set, obviously, your starting quarterback can do a little running, can do a little throwing. How does Tarwater's skill set match up to Mitchell's?
Well, you know, he's a freshman, so he's not nearly as far along, but he's got a strong arm, I'll tell you that. And you can see right here, he's a good runner. Real competitive guy. He's going to be a good one. He's grown a lot since last year. In fact, I've commented to him. He's obviously still small, being a freshman, but I think he's going to have pretty good size about him, and he's a good runner. Has a very, very live arm, and he's going to be a very good quarterback for us. Great effort again by Trey Rowe, just determined to get the end zone. Good blocking up front, good hole initially, and then once he gets right there, he was going to run over somebody and get in the end zone, which he did. There's Xavier Burham, who's one of the linemen, blocking up front. Okay, back on the defensive side, and again, nowhere really to go. Number 7, Jaden Elam, solo tackle. He's going to be a really good football player for us as well. Let's see, that's Bivens. Bivens on the tackle right there. I'm trying to remember time seeing his number. There we go. Yep. 35. I've seen 36 so much. I was trying to figure out why Rowe was in there, but that's Bivens. Okay, this is another mishap. Their punter who literally tosses the ball in the air to Drew Thomas, who gladly catches it for a touchdown.
That's not a break you get too often, but as a defender, you'll take it.
No, that was a fun play, I'm sure, for Drew.
Let's go right now to the plays of the week from last week at home against Karns.
I believe this is 2 weeks in a row for Vinny. He's really coming on. I don't know if you can see it, but if you run it again, the right side of the screen, watch that block right there. He stays with him and literally knocks him onto his back, drives him onto his back. Great job of staying with the guy and keeping your legs going. This is going to be the play we saw earlier on the sidelines. Mitchell Gibbons to Preston Turner. Great concentration by Preston. Mitchell putting the ball where really only Preston can catch it. Good job.
That would have been a catch at any level.
Yeah, it's a good job out of both. Great catch.
Here comes my favorite part.
Jacob Irvin on the interception. good break on the ball. I got to find out who's wearing that number 38. Like I said, little inside joke there. Jacob Irvin on the interception for a touchdown. It's always great when you score on defense. And as I said, Jacob's got great speed. I think they figured they were going to tackle him soon after he caught it, and that's not going to happen. He can run. We saw this play earlier. Perfect throw, great touch on the ball. And as it turned out, great concentration because that corner closed on the ball real quickly, and Jaden Williams, the freshman, stayed with it and made the play. Special teams, this is that punt debacle a few minutes ago here. Bad snap, didn't catch it then, I don't know. He just tossed it up, and Drew Thomas, who I could promise you didn't come into the game thinking he's going to score a touchdown, gets a TD. That's just great. Huge hit right there. We saw that a few minutes ago. That's Jacob Adams and then Samuel Hensley as well. But like I said, whenever you see a hit like that, Jacob usually delivers it. And pound for pound, I don't know if they come any tougher than Matthew Calhoun. Because he doesn't weigh much, I can promise you.
He's kind of been undersized at everywhere you guys have asked him to play over the past couple of years, and every year he comes and you think maybe he's a little bit too small, but he comes through and he's, like you said, a very tough ball player.
Yeah, real tough.